The Battle of Red Cliffs, 208 AD. In 208 AD, near the end of China's Han Dynasty, the warlord Cao Cao marched south after gaining control of much of northern China. He had the larger army and intended to extend his control into the south. But there was a problem. The Yangtze River. Cao Cao's northern soldiers were experienced fighters, but many were unfamiliar with southern conditions and warfare on a great river. The long campaign had exhausted his troops, and disease was spreading through his army. Standing against him was an alliance led by Sun Quan and Liu Bei, with Sun Quan's commander Zhou Yu playing a central role. Cao Cao had acquired a large fleet, but many of his soldiers were accustomed to fighting on land rather than aboard ships. According to the traditional historical account, Cao Cao's ships were secured together, making the fleet more stable for his troops, but greatly reducing its ability to maneuver independently. That created an opportunity. One of Zhou Yu's commanders, Huang Gai, pretended that he wanted to defect to Cao Cao. Cao Cao accepted. Instead, Huang Gai prepared ships with combustible material and sent them toward Cao Cao's fleet. With the wind carrying them forward, the ships were set ablaze. They were fire ships. They crashed into Cao Cao's concentrated fleet and spread fire from ship to ship. Zhou Yu's forces then attacked as Cao Cao's position collapsed. Cao Cao ordered a retreat. His battered army headed north, suffering further losses from disease, exhaustion, and the difficult retreat. Red Cliffs became one of the pivotal battles in Chinese history. Cao Cao remained enormously powerful, but his attempt to dominate the south had failed. Sun Quan and Liu Bei survived and consolidated their positions. The political division that followed eventually produced the famous Three Kingdoms era: Cao Wei, Shu Han, and Eastern Wu. And there's a lesson here that would have sounded very familiar to Sun Tzu. Cao Cao brought superior power. His opponents used terrain, local experience, deception, weather, and fire to turn the battlefield against him. Except at Red Cliffs, the terrain wasn't a mountain or a narrow pass. It was the river. Historical note: Red Cliffs was later heavily romanticized in the 14th century romance of the Three Kingdoms. Some of the spectacular details people associate with the battle come from the novel rather than reliable